3 little pigs. Or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody's ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how the whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think we were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. Once upon a time, I was baking a cake for my dear old granny. This is the real story.
Dear old Granny sure going to love this cake. Achoo! 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 Oh no, what's this? I'm out of sugar. I better go ask my neighbor, the pig, if he has a cup of sugar I can borrow. I'm sure he won't mind since it's for my sweet old granny's birthday cake.
So I went down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his house of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in their right mind would build their house out of straw? That was when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on.
A straw house. This doesn't look very stable. Mr. Pig, are you in?
Go away. No one's home.
I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake when I felt a sneezing fit come over me. Well, I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed a great big sneeze. Achoo! You know what? The whole house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been in the house the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw. So I ate it. Think of it as a cheeseburger just lying there. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the doorbell on the stick house. Nobody answered, so I called.
Mr. Pig, are you in?
Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving hairs on my chin.
All I want is a cup of... Huh?
You're not going to believe it. This guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig dead as a doornail. Wolf's on it. Now you know food will spoil if you just leave it in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better, and I still had that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next pig's house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brothers. He must have been the brains of the family, because he built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called.
Mr. Pig, are you in?
And you know what that little porker answered?
Get out of here, Wolf. You can't come in. Don't bother me again.
Talk about impolite. He probably has a sack full of sugar and he won't even give me a tiny cup for my granny's birthday cake. What a pig.
I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed once again. Achoo!
And your granny can sit on a pin.
Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody's talking about my granny like that, I go crazy. When the cops drove up, of course I was trying to break the pig's and the whole time I was huffing and puffing and making a real big scene. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the 2 pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound so exciting, so they jazzed up the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down. And they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. That's the real story. I was framed. But maybe you can loan me a cup of sugar.
Hey, kid, maybe instead of eating everyone in your neighborhood, you could go to the grocery store.